So let's do a quick breakdown of this. This is a government-sized 1911 chambered to 45 ACP with a maximum range of 100 meters with a point of 50 meters. Oh wait, sorry. Old habits like to die hard. This is an aluminum frame, full-size government 1911 with a 5-inch match barrel. It does have a full-length guide rod. It does have an extended magazine release and extended safety. It has a skeletonized commander hammer as well as an extended beaver tail grip safety. The mainspring housing on it is textured for a checkered backstrap, but it is plastic. It is kind of a unique feature, in my opinion, for a pistol ranging in this price range. It does have a skeletonized trigger to it. It is a very light, easy take back trigger, as 1911s are notorious for. It does not have an extended slide stop. That is one of my first complaints about this. It's not a major one, but I do have medium-sized hands, and I do actually prefer to have an extended slide stop. The safety on it is very tactile. It really just wants to engage. There's no doubt when you have this thing in safe versus fire. The spring in it is a little bit lighter than other 1911s that I've shot and handled in a cheaper price range. I'm assuming it is completely set up to this frame for recoil management and other purposes. It did not have any issues feeding any rounds that we fired through this. The only malfunction that happened, I believe, was because of a assist forward, and it failed to actually completely chambered the round. It looked like the extractor didn't quite grab the casing. Other than that, this thing functioned flawlessly. It has very tight groupings. From 7 to 15 yards, we were able to keep it within roughly about an inch or two. We're not expert shooters when it comes to pistols, but we're reasonable in range. It does have a loaded chamber indicator on it, or a view-through port. Personally, I like to do press checks regardless to verify that I actually do have a live round in the chamber. Front slide serrations are very well cut in there, so you could definitely get your hands on either the rear or the front. It is really easy to press check this. The trigger has probably about 1.5 millimeters to 2 millimeters of take up of play before you hit the first wall. And I would say it probably has anywhere between a 3 to 4 pound trigger pull on it. It is very crisp, as 1911s are notorious for. The reset, I would like to point out, is very gritty and sluggish. You could actually feel any of the burrs on the trigger as it starts to come back. You can see it creeping and kind of catching. It does have a relatively short take up before it actually resets, with a very nice crisp trigger pull. The magazine insert on the first rounds, I noticed, even with rounds in the magazine, were very tough as you hit this wall. And it definitely holds it in, seats it very well. You're not losing your magazine. It is definitely a well-built 1911. All in all, the sights are probably what I disliked the most, but were very easy to see. It does have a Novak 2-dot square notched rear sight, as well as a fiber optic front red sight. The pack does come with multiple colors. You can switch those out if you fancy a different color. Now, my complaints after shooting varied quite a bit. This is extremely accurate, really easy to shoot, really easy to control. Again, having medium-sized hands, I could still really get a solid grip on it. I could definitely dig in, get really nice and high, and help control a lot of that recoil. The back strap is negligible for texture, as I feel like the plastic is really shallow. So as a random little thing to throw in, here is a barrel compensator that you could go and throw into any of your 1911s and 45. You have nothing that you need to change out other than your barrel bushing. It replaces it. Your barrel slides simply inside of it, in and out. There's no issues, hang-ups, catch-ups, or anything. It does make it a little bit louder, but it does help manage the recoil. It does give it a god-awful look as it's sticking out the front end though. It did help keep some of the muzzle flip down. It's not a weighted compensator or anything else that would probably make this thing an excellent shooter. Outside of that, out of the box, this I comfortably would recommend to anybody who is interested in getting into a, I would say, a budget and high-end 1911 line. So with all this being said, I would like to point out that I'm going to be doing a review on this one right here as well. This is an American Classic 2 Metro Arms government size 1911. This is not the stock grips. As well as I'm going to do an entire full-length breakdown video of this 1911, as this is the Browning Black Label Speed chambered in 380 ACP. This was a pistol designed around concealed carry, as well as the most unique aspect to it is roughly about 80% the size of a full-size 1911. All same functioning frame, internals, as well as a tilting barrel as the original design.